presenter. Let's hear it for Mr. Austin Mickey. Austin, let's hear it for Austin.
A survey conducted by USA Volleyball showed that over half of all volleyball players in the United States use basketball shoes instead of volleyball shoes. Now you may ask, why would you do this? Why would you use a shoe designed for a different sport? Well, the problem is primarily accessibility. If you were to go into a store like a Dick's Sporting Goods, for example, you'll see walls of basketball shoes and all other types of sports shoes, but very rarely will you see any volleyball shoes. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. The other problem is that wearing these basketball shoes impedes on your performance. They are very thick, they're not very flexible, so it doesn't allow for your ankles to move better for angular momentum, to cause angular movement. And also, the padding is a lot thicker than in volleyball shoes, meaning that you won't have as explosive of jumps. They're instead built for longer distance running like would be seen in basketball. Now, the solution with AM Volleys is to create much more accessibility with volleyball shoes by getting into retail stores such as Dick's Sporting Goods, while also selling on our website, amvolleys.com. We will also be designing our own shoes that will be highly customizable, like seen in basketball shoes. There are other volleyball shoe brands that exist, but they're very boring. The designs are very basic. They're mostly just solid white or solid black. They don't all offer very much customization. And our shoes will also be of the highest quality to allow for you to play to your highest ability. Now, the market for this is actually quite large. Every year in the United States, there are 6.1 million people who play indoor volleyball. This is a massive chunk of people who are being underserved by major shoe companies who need our help. So I'm asking you to invest your time, money, and your mentorship into helping me create a world where people are using volleyball shoes to play instead of basketball shoes. Thank you.
Great presentation. I think it's a great concept. How are you going to compete with the big giant monsters in this industry that would just be able to crush with their margins? Because this is, I don't want to say niche, but it's close.
Yeah. Well, it's not quite niche, but like major companies such as like Nike, for example, they don't actually have volleyball shoes. It's more so brands specific to volleyball, like ASICs. But these brands aren't in most major retail stores, like I mentioned, Dick's Sporting Goods. They aren't really there or really any other kind of sports apparel place. So we plan to get into those spaces as well as selling on our own website. Also, we will be offering a lot of customization options as opposed to those places. A big appeal of why people wear basketball shoes, just in general, or like any kind of like sneakers, is they like to be able to have it go with, costume, or not costumes, with their general clothing, maybe one to match your jersey. So that will also be a major factor for us.
Great concept. Are you looking to be start to end manufacturer of this, or create a pattern and then work with the major manufacturers? To start, at least, we plan to just manufacture our own. And then from there, we will start to expand into that. Thank you.
Anything else?
Let's hear it for Austin. That was a great presentation.